So when do you think, you'll end that? People have I don't think they're not being malicious, but it gets talked. You left the party, you got here early, and you've been here the longest. And so
Tony liked tennis.
yeah, exactly. You could marry again.
Right his area, and he's standing there, and he's sort of weaving from side to side, as one does when one's had a lot to drink. And he said, "I'm sorry." A piano, and he goes over and he sits down at the piano and he starts to play the piano. So a Beatle is.
Okay, for example, so we had former Energy Secretary Ernie Moniz.
Got me some bloke driving past, but it's him.
Wow.
And he's just on the way back from the shops. Pass me something from the bag. What have we got? I've got eggs. That'll do perfect.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah, so.
Fans who don't need to know anything about SCTV, but they can know Guffman, or they can just
Done in this high wire act kind of way. It's very precise. They don't feel it, but then they feel it later. And if they do get upset, you can say, "Oh, it's just everyone was laughing. I was just happy."
It's 2 weeks, 2 months, 1 week away. She doesn't have a dress. They don't have flowers. Like, they don't have anything, and they haven't even chosen their venue. So they've left it.
Use iTunes. Do. Notices. I do. Pretty terrible. You can use the rate review function of that to say a few words. Like rate review function that.
spiritually, I mean, in every single way. I do.
I don't disagree with you. I mean,
He's a horrible man.
You had that dinner. I can't imagine anything.
Yes, I found someone hates you. Why would she tell you that? I don't know. Because from her perspective, she feels like protective over me. She thinks I say too much in interviews, and I put my foot in my mouth, and she's really the only reason to get into it. When a guy says I'm off to shoot a remote, he's really just looking for a spouse. Right. And Citibank, they acted like, how do we crack this grain elevator? How do we get in there? I don't know. It's a grain elevator. Probably not that well protected.
But think about it. You could do it like you rob it at night, you do a smash and grab. Or you could get cute and have an Ocean's 11 moment. Y'all get some costumes. Y'all have some production value.
So you think there was...
Bianto or something like that.
Do I need Bianto?
Well, you don't need it, but you know.
Fellas. And I just went, do I need Botox and fillers? And she went, no. And I went, why would I go then?
Why are you making
That's my lane, actually.
That's like saying I'm going to
which is just fantastic. Mentioned Mercedes-Benz a moment ago with their version of the minivan, the EQT. What about going to the very top of the pile? The very top end of the line. And that is the all-electric Mercedes-Benz EQT.
Matter of fact, we met a number of years ago.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, my brother used to work for the Dead and Fire Department, and I seen you. Been a fucking minute, dude.
You know, when I go home, I run into people that I went to high school with.
The three arguments he gives being most people don't know what rollout is, which I would agree with, and they should.
The finger. This driver notices a van driver shouting at him. He ignores him, but the red-faced van driver starts to him. That's it.
Yes, we've done the show many times, but this is a chance to, let's say, do a deep dive.
Let's dig in.
Really dig in there and find out what makes Nick Kroll tick. And then break it and snap it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's probably undiagnosed lines.
As a reservation for both. Tom, like gut feeling right now, how are you feeling about which one you would end up with, Cybertruck or this?
God, I wish listen, you know, will you perform this heart surgery? It's like, yes. It's like, there are certain stakes that I think, you know, like, I need to realize, you know, at a certain point, there are things that are important that I got lucky, you know, on.
Look, I'm in Cornwall, I'm going to the beach. Can you leave me alone?
Yeah, I'll do it when I come back. Oh, what?
That is not the right lane, is he, little idiot?
Playground, right? Or this scenario, Cox is in the playground. Jordan's mad at him because he's doing crazy things. With your kids, for example.
Fully charged one, but with Robert Lloyd is back in the studio, so but check it out and let me know your thoughts on that car. It's a little bit small for us because
Don't stop
with child stuff.
I was not the straight A student, even though people sort of thought I was because I was quiet and bookish, but I was not, like, you know, so I did have a, like, I don't know where I'm going to fit in this life. I wanted to be a comedian, but, you know, we're of that generation where it's like you couldn't Google what that was or how to do it.
This one's fine. This one. This is the Delano one. Yeah, it's okay. Basically, I could have stayed in the lane I was in.
Makes my heart go aflutter. You know, the Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man was a really important book, and so he was just really happy to be part of it. And he said, "Thanks for including me with all the big shots." And he was just lovely and humble. And
isn't that nice that he doesn't think he's one of the